Buongiorno! This morning I am in Via delle Quattro Fontane, the street of the four fountains, because here there are four fountains. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Four fountains on the four corners, but we're here because I want to show you one of the smallest churches of Rome and also my favorite. I'm talking about the church of San Carlo alle Quattro Fontane. The church is so small, the name of the church, San Carlo, sometimes becomes San Carlino, which means Little Carlo. To give you an idea how small this church is, the whole church is as big as one of the pilasters of the Basilica of St. Peter. This church is also so special because it was designed by Francesco Borromini. Borromini made this church one of the happiest moments of his life. This was in fact his first independent work where he could express his genius freely. If you come here, be careful when you cross the streets because it is so dangerous and there's a lot of traffic. Anyway, let's go inside. As you enter this church, you stop. You feel like being in a cradle with a warm blanket on top. You have a sensation of peace, harmony, balance. You feel protected. It brings you back to childhood. Here you don't only see the genius of Borromini as an architect, you also see his poetry, his sensibility. Because here every shape is soft, is curved. It almost feels like a hug. The light here is the protagonist, the natural sunlight. There's no artificial light in here. And Borromini is a master in playing with light and making it look soft and delicate. Borromini here works for free. It did not accept any money for his work. Also, the cost of the materials was really low. In fact, Borromini always used very poor materials and turned them into very precious works. And you, what do you think of this place? Personally, I believe this is one of the most beautiful churches in Rome. For sure, very different from the one we are used to see. Can you believe that his works were not so appreciated at his time? And this was due to the tastes of the time, because the well-to-do people in the 1600s preferred the expensive, overwhelming lush of colorful marble, very different from this style. Borromini did not follow that fashion. His style is much closer to our modern style. That's why today it is much more appreciated than back then. Borromini did not want to follow the fashion of his time, but somebody else did and was really successful at that. Can you guess who? I'm talking about Bernini, which is right next door. The Church of San Carlino by Borromini is over there. If you follow this street, you end up in front of the church of Sant'Andrea al Quirinale, St. Andrew at the Quirinal Hill, which was designed by Bernini. So I'm about to enter the door of this church, and then suddenly, surprise, surprise, I find this piece of paper that says that the church will stay closed today. But thankfully, the advertising guide on her phone has some pictures of the church, so I'm gonna share them with you now. And you will see that compared to Borromini, Bernini had a totally different style. Have a look. So these were the styles of the two geniuses of Baroque that we always like to put one against each other in an eternal rivalry. Which one did you like the most? The simple and modern style of Borromini or the lush, extravagant style of Bernini?